How's everyone doing? And welcome on in. I am the Gingerbeerdman here with your Dead by the Daylight update, which there's not much to talk about, but I'm going to get right into it anyway. Make sure every day that you are going into your inbox and collecting your 50K. I know that's not a lot. I know, I think it's like 750,000 during this whole entire event. Yeah, that goes like water. Like, it's not a lot. So, it is what it is, but what can we do? The Crystalist, I think that's how they're pronouncing it nowadays, something like that. The pack has released Hornet Punishment from the Executioner. Yeah. I don't know. I guess some people could like it. It looks like he's wearing a wasp nest. Like, is that moss? What's around him? I got questions. Anyway. Molting Xenomorph. This has the same treatment. What is that? Fireflies? Moss? Butterflies? What is that? I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on these. Like, I feel like they're not that great, but then again, I guess if somebody was looking at it as like, oh, xenomorphs, you know? If you're looking at it like a different point of view, maybe. But, I don't know, man. I'm like, Butterfly View from Thalita. Now, these ones, oh, so they must be butterflies then on those other ones. That one don't look bad. That one looks really good. I like that one. Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. Oh, Renado. Yeah, his looks pretty good too. Yeah. So I think the Survivors ones look perfect. I don't see any problem with them at all. It's the killer ones. I think they're like... they glued pieces on their body and... yeah. I don't know. I just don't really care for the killer ones. And then we got Kate's Flutter Away Head. I think it's cool that they did the head and stuff. I think the hair and all that's cool on this. I don't know why they didn't make a whole body, though, of it. But, I mean, I like it. I'll buy it. You know, because I'm a Kate main kind of person. So, I'll buy it. Don't forget your free gift. 250K. Rack you up. I already went over this other pack they dropped with the 2v8 last time. I'm going to pop in here and show you the shrine real quick. The bonus is bouncing. If you haven't noticed, that's 200% right now. It was at 400% earlier this morning, then it was at 300, now it's at 200. I don't know. It's all over the place. It's bouncing. The shrine this week is Better Together with Nancy Wheeler and Clean Break with Tori Kane. Better Together, the aurora of the generators you are currently repairing is revealed to all other survivors located within 32 meters. If the killer downs a survivor while you are repairing a generator, you see the aurora of all other survivors for 10 seconds. And then Clean Break over here. After you finish healing another survivor while you're being healed by another survivor, press the ability button 1 to gain the broken status effect. After 60 seconds, you become healthy. If I had to pick between those two, I'd probably pick Better Together because it helps on so many different fronts, let alone everyone can run to your gen and help you repair it. You also, say if the killer downs a survivor while you are repairing a generator, you see all other survivors within 10 seconds. Anybody has hope or anything like that that can heal you if you're injured or something like that, they can help you out. You could say, I'm over here, and tell them where to run. I think this is the better choice. this over here, I never thought it was good. I don't know. I just don't like that perk at all. I would not suggest getting it, but to each their own. Better Together is the best one out of these two. Now this is hard here. Infectious Fright from the Plague and Undone from the Unknown. Infectious Fright. Any survivor that are within your terror radius while another survivor is put into the dying state will scream and reveal their location to you for 6 seconds. And then Undone. When a survivor misses a healing or repair skill check, gain 3 tokens up to 30. When you perform the damage action on a generator, if you have any tokens, consume all of them. For each token consumed, the generator loses 1% total progress and then becomes blocked for 1 second. Then, once the generator is unblocked, it starts regressing. This perk has a cooldown of 60 seconds. These are both good. They're both good in their own builds. Or they could be put together. But they're both good in their own builds. I do see Infectious Fright a lot more than I do see Undone. Mostly because people like to use, Surge or something, something that'll pop all the gens at once, or a lot of times Pain Resonance, that they use that, for hooking. But this one is good. If you have it in a certain build, it is really good. So I would get both of them if you play a killer. If you don't play killer and you only play survivor, well, then you're just going to buy the survivor ones. But that is it. You guys been having fun? See, look, now it's at 300%. Look down here. It was at 200 on the page. Now it's at 300 down here below me. I'm in the way, but let's back out here. See if it'll say it on the main page here. Yeah, see? Now it's at 300. That's what I mean, like it changes all the time. What's to come? They haven't really mentioned too much, though. You know what's coming. It's just when it's coming is the problem. So don't forget, this is coming within the next 2 weeks, I want to say. This is coming. The gamma settings, the go next prevention, the hiding and body blocking prevention, the spawn rules and map offering balance, improved AFK bots, bulk blood point spending, custom game improvement. This is all coming in June. All of those blue little circle spinning things are all coming in June. So be prepared for all that. I'm not sure if it's going to drop the same time as Freddy's. It is possible that it's going to drop the same time as Five Nights at Freddy's. Very possible. But those are for sure. They are coming next month. Probably in the beginning of the month at that. Like I said, I would not doubt it if it's, Five Nights at Freddy. They're going to drop it with the rest of it. It is definitely possible. Now, later in the year, they are going to be doing the anti-slugging, continued improvements to that, the anti-tunneling, the anti-camping, the MMR update, map and key item balances, anti-cheat, more perk presence, keyboard and mouse on the consoles. That's going to be interesting. Custom game improvements, accessibility improvements, prestige rewards. I'm going to guess those prestige rewards, like I said in my other video, are probably... They're going to give more rewards for gaining up your prestiges. I'm looking at more of the 100 people. I'm wondering if people that have finally hit 100 are going to get something for hitting that high number. So, reduce login steps, because it goes through 50 other things when you're trying to load into the game. And the 2v8 play while you wait. You can literally play some games, other games while you wait for a lobby in 2v8, which is kind of nuts, man. Just fix it. Just fix the darn thing. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. I guess they're doing something, but I don't know if that's enough for that something. Like I said, though, in other videos, you see that anti-slugging, anti-tunneling, anti-camping, a lot of those are all killers. I promise you, though. Promise you. So don't be like, oh, good, I'm glad they're all getting nerfed down. I promise you that Survivor's perks are getting nerfed. I promise you that. It is going to happen. Because you can't do all of that. You can't change all that for the killer and not do nothing to the survivors. They are going to do something to perks. It's going to happen. You're not going to like it. But it's going to be the top ones that you use all the time to get away from the killer real quick. I guarantee it. And you know the ones I'm talking about. I don't got to go through the list, but that's at the top. Anyway, there is a lot that they're probably going to touch. I'm not even joking. I foresee, July on, you're going to see a lot of perk updates in these hotfix, bug patches and stuff like that. You're going to see a lot of changes to the perks coming very, very soon. Now, the whole entire year, as you know, as you've seen in the stream that they did, the 9th anniversary, you have all this coming within the whole year. Now, some of this is not a lot. To me, everyone says, oh, that's a lot. Well, I guess. Sure. The licensed chapter in June, you had the Five Nights at Freddy in the new map. There's no survivor. Everyone's yelling about it. I understand, no survivor. I guess they look at it as you are the survivor, so there's not much else to say. Who are you going to put in there anyway for a survivor? Like, you going to pick somebody from the movie, or... That's what I mean. Like, there's just... I don't see any point in that. You have an in-game event between June and July. That's going to be happening here real soon. I don't know what that is. We're going to find it out, though. Licensed chapter in July, 2 new survivors. They're saying that's The Walking Dead. If it is, cool. I mean, I don't mind, the zombie killers in here. We already got zombies, so we might as well have the zombie killers, so that don't bother me at all. I think that's pretty cool. That's licensed. You have a regular chapter. You have an original killer and survivor. You get the 2v8 around August, and don't forget the modifier at the bottom too at the end of July. That will be going on, and more of the rift will drop in July. October, you have a new rift coming in, and then an in-game event at near the end of October. That's probably something to deal with Halloween and all that. You know how it is. November, you got a licensed chapter, new killer, 2 new survivors. This is the big topic, and 2v8's in between that time too. Now, here's the problem here. I would totally be like, it could be a movie. It could be a killer from a movie, and, some survives, or somebody surviving in the movie, or something, you know what I mean? Like, something like that. Sure, main characters from the movie. It could be, but I believe that my theory is it's either one or the other. So here is your one or the other. The one on the left, Resident Evil. That's what you're looking at. A killer and 2 new survivors from the Resident Evil series in the 2v8, because you see the 2v8's right under it, right? See it right there under November? Same time this all drops, by the way. So you could have that. Who knows who they're going to use? There's a lot of killers in all of Resident Evil. They have a billion Resident Evil games. It could be anybody. And it could be any 2 STARS members. It could be anybody. Now, and then on the other side of the field here, your right side. Stranger Things. Stranger Things was brought back, and at that time, in October, the new season of Stranger Things starts. You could have the Vecna from Stranger Things with 2 new survivors from the show. And why I say that one, and no one else is really talking about that one, but why I say that one, right now, as we speak, in the 2v8, you are hooked and taken up into the sky. That is what happened on Stranger Things. You flew up in the sky and died. That is why I personally believe it is one or the other. It is either going to be Resident Evil or it's going to be Stranger Things. Let's hope Eddie comes. If it's Stranger Things, we want Eddie in here, man. Bring Eddie in here. But That's what I believe November is going to bring. A lot of people don't really want Resident Evil. There's a lot of people that are complaining about that if it is Resident Evil, because they said that they wanted to do stuff more with Resident Evil. But it is what it is. I mean, it's a popular show. Like, well, it's on shows, believe me, but it's a popular video game. I think either way, like, I'm not going to be mad either way. I mean, it's more content. It's something new. I just hope that there's no more of this whipping bullcrap. You know, like, you know how you get infected and all that stuff? I don't want another one like that. Like, we have Wesker and Nemesis who do that stuff where we got to spray ourselves and inject ourselves and have to get rid of it. I don't want another one of him. We need something, like, different. A different ability on a Resident Evil killer, if that's who it is. We need a different ability on him that doesn't do that. And there is other killers. I mean, you could put that vampire woman, I forget her name off the top of my head, but yeah, she's in Resident Evil 8, I think. Yeah, I think it's that one's 8. But yeah, you could put her in it. That's a popular woman. Very popular. Not going to say why she's so popular, because people, you know, use her pictures and do stuff. And anyway. In March, well, in January, you got another Rift. You got an in-game event. March, you have a new Survivor in a new realm, another in-game event, and then Rift and more to come. I don't understand the new Survivor and new realm. It is original, so I'm going to guess that they're going in another direction with a story. That's my take on that. I think that March, that chapter, that Survivor and Realm is to make new lore in Dead by Daylight, to go a different route, to make different people. I think that is what that's all about. So we'll see next year what happens with that. I do feel like past November, it is dead. I'm not going to lie. Past November, it's just dead. Like, there's nothing really coming out. You got a new Survivor, and that's it. And that's for months. That's January, February, March, April. Just in-game event and rifts and one Survivor. That's it. That's not a lot. That's crazy. And then you've got... what's coming after that? You know what I mean? Rumors. They got the rumors out there. Rumors are, for the 10th anniversary, Jason is supposed to come. That's why it's not even on here. Like, they're not going to leave you the speculation. They're not going to leave you anything. But the rumors, that is the biggest rumor, that the 10th anniversary, Friday the 13th, is coming finally to this. And the new Friday the 13th that they announced on Jason Universe on their anniversary, 45th anniversary, I want to say, that Jason that they made that's brand new, that is the Jason that's supposed to come to Dead by Daylight. Take it with a grain of salt. Until we get confirmation closer to that time and actually see paperwork and truth to that, I want to see that. And I will wait until I got, credible proof to put it up here on the screen and say, yes, this is coming. I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's ass for views or any of that crap. I'm not going to do that. I don't do that stuff. A lot of people do, though, A lot of people do. They want to get those views and everything. I don't do that. I don't get into that kind of stuff, so I don't do it here on the channel. I like to have hard proof. And I don't go by, this person puts out an article, says something, and everybody misinterprets it. I'm not going to do that either. I see that's a big thing right now with Jason. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll wait for hard confirmation. Once I get that hard confirmation from the horse's mouths, and then I will talk about it and make a video about it. But as it sits right now, that roadmap, you're looking up till November. It's going to be pretty busy here on Dead by Daylight. But after November, you know, you might as well, hopefully you get something good for Christmas or something, because it's past then, it's going to be pretty dry here on Dead by Daylight. But that's it for me, guys. I'm glad if you stayed this whole time for me ranting, because I do that from time to time. I just ran off stuff. Thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the bell to like. I do stream Dead by Daylight Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern. We roll almost to noonish, like 11 a.m.-ish. And I run around with the old hillbilly boy right there. Sometimes I play a little Survivor, but for the most part, I'm a killer kind of person. So, I do that. You all have a good rest of your day, and I'm out of here.